So I'm here with 4 times Winter Olympian, Chemmy Alcott. Hi Chemmy, how are you?
Very good, Rob, how are you?
Very good, very good. Obviously we're at the Telegraph
Amazing.
Ski and Snowboard Festival here in London. It's been a brilliant couple of days actually, hasn't it? And loads of people here.
It's the start of the season. And we have such an urban interest in London alone in winter skiing. I think 1.2 million Londoners went skiing last year. So to have this on the doorstep so that they can come and see all the new gadgets, like this one, and all the kind of facilities on offer and the changes in the industry is so important to kind of give back. I mean, watching the BBC for the Olympics last year, we had 52 million viewers. So our country is really interested in winter sport, which is why you need to have events like this to kind of give back a little bit.
Well, you can see it here, it's really buzzing here actually, and I was fighting to get through the crowds earlier, so that's a really, really good sign I think for our industry, that people are still interested in coming to an event like this one. But obviously there's loads of things to do here and see. And now we're on the Ski Mojo stand. Ski Mojo is a it's a device that you've been using. Can you just tell me why you're using it?
I mean, I first got in touch with Martin from Ski Mojo when I torn my ACL. I had 3.5 months to get back to skiing before I started work in New Zealand. So I had a really short frame. I knew that I had the all clear from my physios, but I still wanted something to assist me. And I looked into this device. I'm friends with Luke Alfon. I know that he was a big fan of it. So for me, the initial interest was purely because I had injuries. From a rehab point of view, I wanted to be able to ski without compensating. For so long now, I've always had an injury. I'm quite known for having injuries, and it's meant that the other side of my body when I ski had kind of been put in danger because I was backing off. And so I noticed straight away with the Ski Mojo that I was able to have this pendulum motion underneath me and actually completely forget which leg was injured. And that's the first time that had happened for around 8 years for me. So it was a massive, massive bonus. And I have so much passion for the sport, but my kind of dedication to taking anti-inflammatories and painkillers was getting quite high, and I wanted to find something that made sure that I could ski without pain.
Okay, and this winter you're heading into the season. We're heading into the season now. You're a mum to be.
Yes.
And so you won't be skiing for the first part of the winter, but what are you going to do after that?
Again, this is something that's really important to me. I don't have the time to put into fitness right now because I'm pregnant, and I do have work 10 days after I give birth. So obviously that's all a bit up in the air, but I will be skiing straight afterwards. And knowing that I have a Ski Mojo that can assist me, not just from a past injury point of view, but from a point of view of performance. I'm a 4-time Olympian. I used to ski at 92 miles an hour. When people ask to ski with me, there's a really high expectation on how I'm going to ski. I can't do a few runs and then say I'm tired. I can't back off from a turn because people have seen me ski before. So the Ski Mojo really helps me from a performance level get on to the top of the ski at the top of the turn, which is the hardest thing because it has this assistance with the hip. When you're a very good skier and you're creating a lot of G-force through the turn, the hardest part is at the end of the turn your hip gets sucked back, gravity pulls it back. So in order to keep that control, so to be safe and to be fast, you have to get on top of the next turns. And the Ski Mojo really helps me go on top of it. And the added bonus is that not everyone knows I'm using it. So it's really discreet. I can turn it on when I get fatigued and I can perform at my highest level.
And do you think, obviously, the sort of level that you're skiing at that highest level, I mean, obviously you're a retired athlete, but you're still skiing at exceptionally high levels. What about ordinary skiers? I mean, would they get that sort of same benefit, do you think?
I mean, yes, maybe not from a performance point of view, but from a safety point of view. Most injuries happen when the hip drops because people aren't used to the forces on the snow. And this really does support that. The hydraulics in there, they really help you get forward. Also, from a fatigue point of view, skiing is expensive. Ski holidays are expensive. People are time precious. They don't have so long to prepare physically before they go. So having one of these, it means that you can ski longer for harder. So you get more money, more worth for your money. And that's so important to intermediate beginner skiers who just need that little bit of assistance. You don't want to be able to just do 2 runs and then have to take a break. And that's where this comes in.
Great. And what else are you doing this winter? Are you doing some TV work? Are you back on the BBC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I aim to get back and do some coverage for the BBC for the World Champs. That's a couple of weeks after my second little boy's due. And then I have back-to-back hosting jobs, coaching jobs. I'm doing some heli skiing 6 weeks after giving birth. So there's a lot on. It's a really good time to kind of capitalise on this interest that was built up during the Winter Olympics last year. I mean, it was one of our most successful Winter and Paralympics ever. So many people are interested in winter sports. I think because there's that kind of danger element as well. Lots of sports fans watch the Summer Olympics to see who wins. People watch the Winter Olympics because there's that added bonus of having to push yourself. When you push yourself, sometimes you can win and sometimes you crash. And there's that interest level that is kind of that superhuman interest level that people like. So this season is a season to capitalise. We normally call the year after an Olympic Games the graveyard year,
right.
But I have not noticed that this year. That there's a buzz at this ski show that I haven't felt for a long time.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, thanks, Chemmy. I think next time we do an interview and talk about Ski Mojo, we need to be skiing.
I agree.
We need to be on the snow next
100%.
time. We'll do that.
And we can show how cool it is on the chairlift, clicking it on
That's
and
it.
on. Boom!
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
See you on the slopes.